Hey everyone, and this video is about the setup and starting out. So all of the everybody's races have been selected and distributed based on however the group wants to do them. I know the rules specify like random, but I think they also specify you can just choose if you want to. So what you get starting out is your race card, and I've chosen the Hylar, which is the Universities of Jolnar. These guys are the technologists of the galaxy. They invented a lot of the technology that the other races use to build up their empires. You get the starting hex, which gets built into the galaxy, which you saw in previous videos. It has 2 starting planets, so you will get those planet cards. Anytime you take possession of a planet and it comes under your control, you get the corresponding card. And just like on the hexes, it marks how many resources and influence that it has here at the bottom. Joel has 1 and resource and 2 influence, and Nar has 2 and 3. And there's a nice little bit of history and flavor text, kind of like in Mass Effect when you were exploring planets around the galaxy. The other things that you get, everybody gets to pick a color. There are 8 colors, and I picked silver for this demonstration because it shows up on camera well. These are all your ships, and they're in your reinforcement. You also get your command counters and control marker bag, and then you get your silver technology deck. And this is basically the technology tree, which I'll be going over in a different video. So, going over the card, this top box here says your starting units, which basically you just go down the list of ships and you place them all on your starting hex. Starting technologies, you take cards out of the deck and you place them under your card so people can see and you can see and remember. Special abilities, I won't go into detail here, but this basically distinguishes the race from the rest of the races in terms of like the modifiers on the game systems. Then this area down here is actually more of a cheat sheet, or multiple cheat sheets. So you got the game round steps, tactical action, space battles, invasion combat, and that's the same on any sheet. So you pretty much ignore this if you know how to play. This is the production cheat sheet, which does unit cost, battle, movement, specials, and actually in the expansion they added micro cards about this size that have all that information on it, which are actually a little bit nicer to use than the race sheet. So all that information aside, this is the more active side of the card. So up here you have your trade goods, and these are what trade goods look like. They're tokens that you can accumulate through the trade action strategy card or through other means. It's mainly through that though. And these basically act like additional resources on top of your planet resources. They can be used for bartering or any house rules you establish for that. Basically, they're just nice to have in general. There is actually a race that specializes in trading. What you also get are, and I'll go over the specifics of this in the next video. You have your strategy allocation, which you get 2 starting tokens for that. Your fleet supply, which you take your command counter and you turn those over to the fleet side, and you get 3 for that. 2, 3, 3 is what to remember. And then your command pool. Now this part of your sheet is extremely important. This is basically your core action for the game. When you're playing, command counters activate hexes and allow you to take action in that hex. Fleet supply determines how big your fleets can be in a single hex. Strategy, allocation, these are spent on secondary actions of strategy cards, which I'll be going over in the next video. So these counters basically are your skin in the game. When you're playing these, you are taking action in some form, whether that's simply moving around, doing some production, doing some warfare, taking advantage of somebody else's strategy card. That's what this is for. Anyways, a couple other things. You do have, with the expansion, you get to start out with 2 political cards, which I'll go over in the political video. Other than that, that's pretty much it for setting up. Alright, see you on the next one.